I don't care what anyone says. This 3,000th episode of Raw sucked. This was one of the worst Raws ever, and there's been a lot of bad shows from the WWE this year. I just recently turned it off. I don't care about the main event between John Cena, and CM Punk, or anything else on the show. This Raw was so god awful, I had to turn the TV off. For the past couple of months, I have sat through shitty show after shitty show, hoping the WWE would get better and would give me something good. I miss the DX reunion, and I really don't care. I've never been that much of a fan of DX. I enjoyed some of their stuff, but I only liked Michaels, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac. In my opinion, they made the group entertaining. I've always found them to be annoying, and I always saw them as a cheap ripoff of the NWO. They were so lame, and so I really didn't care. I really didn't care about their reunion tonight. I didn't care at all for the 6-man tag team match. I thought it was a piece of shit. I just didn't care for it. I didn't care for the 6-man tag match between Sheamus, Mysterio, and Sin Cara versus Jericho, Ziggler, and Guerrero. Didn't care for it. Then the next match of the night was a typical Brodus Clay squash match, and he beats and buries Jack Swagger. Man, I am sick of seeing that big fat piece of shit Brodus Clay. He's lame as hell, and he's a big waste of space. Sucks Swagger had the job to that piece of shit. The next segment was this crappy wedding that I wasn't even looking forward to. I was hoping this would lead to a face turn for Daniel Bryan, but no. Instead, AJ rejects him, and Vince McMahon comes out and reveals her as the new general manager of Raw. And then what's worse is Daniel Bryan gets buried by The Rock and CM Punk. Daniel Bryan has lost his World Heavyweight Championship in 18 seconds at WrestleMania, jobbed 4 times on pay-per-view in a row in all of his rematches, and loses just about every match he's in. They're burying Daniel Bryan, and this is the final straw. I am not watching WWE anymore. Then Christian loses his Intercontinental title to that reality piece of shit, The Miz. Then Stephanie McMahon. This one really got me. Stephanie McMahon buries Paul Heyman. She tells him he was a terrible businessman and that ECW failed. Oh yes, she just buried the guy who helped revolutionize this business when she's a failure, hiring Hollywood script writers and coming up with these awful scripts and storylines and angles, and is writing these horrible scripts. Fuck Stephanie. Then Slater gets beat up by Lita and a bunch of legends. This Raw sucked. There were no good matches. They didn't showcase the young guys, which is really important. They buried the young guys and relied on their part-time wrestlers and legends. I am done with WWE. I am sick of being disappointed. I sit through crappy show after crappy show. I have to watch their crappy show, Are You Serious, where they put on terrible shows but have the nerve to bash classic WWE when it was good, and and more importantly WCW. Then they had the nerve in one video to mock and bash their fans. Screw WWE. I'm done with them. Alright. I'm out.